Maybe one other way also of describing art is that art is a means for us to exchange experiences between ourselves. And often it's seen in large measure as the artist creating his or her image of the world and exchanging that with the public who looks at it. But actually the moment art really comes alive is when two people talk about an artwork. In other words, where the discussion is not two-way between the artist and the viewer, but actually 3, 4, 5 or 6-way. And I think that's why exchange seems to me to be important, because art, for me at least, only comes alive in that moment where I'm discussing what an artist might make with somebody else, who can be from any background, a technologist, a scientist, a school child, whatever. At that moment, something wakens me up, and I have to talk about the work, so I have to think differently about it than I do simply lost in my own thoughts. But also I get input from that other person that makes me think about the work differently. And I think it's important that first impressions are not very important in art. Yeah? If we went on first impressions in art, then we would still be painting in caves. Because everything has always been voorbeoordeeld, prejudged. Any development has always been prejudged as being wrong, because it's not what we did before, so therefore it must be wrong. And it's only with time and with discussion and with exchange that this wrong step has become a right step. And so the first impression is always is one that you can least trust. I think it's kind of opposite with meeting a human being. I think if you meet another person, then first impressions are really vital. But meeting an artwork, first impressions are the thing you should really try and put away, and you should try and go beyond them. Because always your prejudgment is going to cloud what inspiration you might get from the work itself. So I think that's one reason why exchange is important, because it overcomes this idea that you're also, as a viewer, struggling alone with the work, and that you don't quite know what's going on, and that it's your fault and your problem. It's actually all our problems. We're always struggling with these works, and we're always struggling at first impression. It's very, very normal, but it's how we overcome that to get somewhere else. And we do that because we know from our history that struggle has been worth it, because that struggle has been the way that we've developed new images and new experiences, and not only gone back to the old and trusted ones.